Hello everybody, welcome to a new episode of Who Are You? And today I've got an artist all the way from America, but you know what? Let him introduce himself. Who are you?
Hi everyone, this is Father Goose Music. My name is Father Goose Music. It's a pleasure to be here, Thank you, Sam, for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome. So welcome. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're based in New York, is that right?
Yeah, my music part is based in New York, but mostly I'm in Florida.
Okay. Oh, so
Yes.
you jet back and forth. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And how long have you been doing Father Goose music?
I started out many years ago with Dan Zane and friends. That's about, I would say I started 1999, actually. If I'm going to go to the first time we actually recorded something on a cassette, around 1999, I think.
Yeah. And then from then it's just evolved into Father Goose music?
Yes.
Yeah. So when was the first official Father Goose music recording then? Was that in 99? No, it was a bit later, was it?
Well, originally it was just Father Goose on the Dan Zane and Friends project. And then when I, basically started to do my own recording, it kind of evolved into Father Goose Music. The name actually changed to Father Goose Music.
I've only just recently found out about you because I'm always on the lookout for good kinder music, but with the song Spread Love. That is where you got me. That is where I found out all about Father Goose. And the first thing I wanted to know is, Father Goose, is that anything to do with Mother Goose?
No, actually, the name came about, the first song I actually did with Dan Zane, I was playing the role of Father Goose because Mother Goose couldn't make it in the studio. So we were doing that skit type of thing, and because at the time I was going by the name of Rankin Don, because I used to do reggae music. I used to do straight up reggae dancehall music.
For real. Go so. It's like a reunion, yeah? Hey! Well, I lift my eyes up to the Father. Thanks and praise unto Jaja. Me know deep down, me say enough in me soul. Him a me guide and protector.
So everyone was just calling me Father Goose ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And when did you decide Father Goose? Because if you're saying you're doing dancehall and reggae music, I suppose you weren't going directly for kids and families. It was more the whole spectrum. When did you decide to go more towards the kindie genre and go for kids?
Well, I think I did maybe a few years later because, I started to enjoy it more, and, I realized the impact I was doing on young lives and stuff like that. So then I decided, let me put my all into this, into kids' music. It was just a better feel for me. Because actually, I'm a big kid. I always hear that I'm a 10-year-old, 11. The wife always say, yeah, you're such a big kid. You're nothing but a 10-year-old, right? So I just follow my heart, so to speak.
Perfect. That's the best thing to follow is your heart. So I can see a big studio in the background here. You've got all your mixing stuff, and so do you produce everything yourself?
Well, I do have friends who play certain instruments because I don't play any instruments, but I do know what I want to hear at times. So I have like especially on this new project, I have Vic from V3 Records. I have Eric from Abbey Music Productions. I have this person all the way from the Netherlands who basically did the mix and the master, right, and so forth. So I have different people coming in and make the whole thing happen. I have you know, Stat Nico also that will play some drum things for me. And I also, for the first time, I played a lot of drums on this new project.
For all your songs, you go with different people each time, or do you have like your set-up team that you work with?
I have my set of team that I normally work with. Yeah.
When we were talking about doing this interview, you told me there's you've got your new project Invisible that's just come out, and you said something about there's an album coming out.
Yeah, well, actually, it's an EP. It came out like about 3-4 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's the Invisible EP then.
Right. Yes, it is. Yeah.
The Invisible, I've listened to it a couple of times, especially the intro with the kid's voice.
If you look through the eyes of a child, you can see that grown-ups are being selfish with their actions. If they love us, show it by working together and loving each other. We don't want to live on a planet filled with hate. Slowly, we are disappearing.
It's a heavy song.
I feel invisible. It's like I'm falling. We feel invisible. I'm falling.
TikTok, it's time. You better know how to act. No paste or eyelashes, no wig. This is real. Stop hiding behind your mask. Facial reveal. It's such a cliche, they say. Future belongs to the kids.
I feel invisible. It's like.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
What made you want to do that? How did that come about?
Well, because of the pandemic and everything that was happening around that time, racial tension, climate, climate change, and all of these different issues. And the common theme, the common thread with a lot of kids, they were kind of worried about their future, worried about the burden falling on them. And we as grown-up need to get our act together and try to work together to make this a peaceful, better place to live in, So that's how the idea came up. I need to talk to everyone as I'm the voice from the kids. So basically, the children are talking through me, basically.
That's a big responsibility you're taking on there yourself.
Well, yeah, the idea just came flooding in, and I work with it. I don't really fight, when the universe is coming in and telling me what to do, whatever. I kind of tend to go with the flow, because that whole song basically wrote itself. I was just at the microphone and everything just came out one time, and then I listened back to the track, and then I write it down, and so forth. So yes.
Is that the way you tend to write your music all the time? You just channel the universe and go for it?
Yeah, because sometimes each music has a different vibration, tends to bring certain things out of me. And I generally just go along with what I'm feeling and what I'm hearing. And fun together.
So what comes first? Do you the beat comes first, or do you the idea for the lyrics for the song, and then, or does it just come out?
Most of the time, I would hear a particular beat, and then certain things just start flowing. And then there's a few times I have the idea in my head, and try to put a beat, that match, or work, create a beat to fit that particular song.
I mean, Invisible, like I said, it's a heavy topic, heavy song, but I like it. But Spread the Love, that song, that's, for me, it's an anthem. I try to play that in every radio show that I do, because it's like an anthem, and especially in times like now.
Hey, to all my brothers, all my sisters out there,
This one is for you.
me tell you now, the north or south, or whether the east or west.
Just get in the groove.
Remember the good old days when we playing on the rain when it was safe.
So bring back those days.
I tell you now, let's live together.
Love one another.
I'll make this a friendly place. So come back with.
Spread, 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 spread love all over the world. Spread, 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 spread love all over the world.
I want you to
spread, 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 spread love all over the world.
come on now.
Spread, 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 spread love all over the world.
That's what we should be talking about. The positive, the love.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
all because the whole world's getting us concentrated on the negative. Everyone wants us to see the negative all the time. But no,
Right,
here
right.
comes Father Goose and he's telling us to spread the love. And that,
Right.
I've got to say thank you for that. For coming out and just concentrating on the love. That's so important.
Right.
What's for you when we come to the topic of love? What's the most important part? What's the most important message behind love that you want the kids to hear, the adults to hear, the world to hear?
Through my travels and so forth, I always notice that no matter what, no matter what your complexion is or whatever, basically we are the same inside. We always tend to want the same things for ourselves and our family, and if we could just get around the fact that, okay, you might look different or you might sound different, basically we are the same inside. We all want the same things. We want the best for our family, our children. We want the best for them. We want them to grow up. We want them to be, successful with anything they're doing. And that love, that feeling that you get inside because you care a lot for them. And it's the same way you could spread that love to your neighbor, to your community. And it keeps growing and growing and spread it out to the world. I do know there's forces that trying to prevent that from happening, but we need to oversee that and overcome that and just continue spreading the love. I always say it in most of my songs. I always tend to push this positive thing, spread the love, be positive, know who you are, you're great, you're awesome, and stuff like that. I do have a song on the Invisible EP that is called Black, Brown, White. And it's basically saying that we're all the same inside. So there you have it.
In Swiss German, because I'm based in Switzerland, we say "Wir stinken all beim Schießen," which more or less is we all stink when we go to the toilet. And, I was listening to one of your songs. I heard you're originally from Jamaica. Is that right?
Yes, I am.
So,
Yes.
so how did you grow up in Jamaica?
Well, for a short part of it, yes, I grew up in Jamaica, but from a very young age, I would say maybe around 3, 4. My parents used to travel to different places, so I normally spend my summer vacation in different places. And then they decided, for us to live here in the U.S. And yeah, I've been living here ever since.
Okay, so you're like me. You're a world citizen. Wherever you are, that's your home, yeah.
Yeah, yes, so to speak. Yeah.
I want to know one more thing. What's coming up in future? Well, first of all, we're gonna spread the word of Invisible and the whole EP. But where's Father Goose going? What's Father Goose's mission? Besides spreading the love, which is an important mission. I don't want to take you away from that one. But where are you going? Where are you going from here?
That's the thing. I never know. Free spirit. Maybe it's the kid in me, but free spirit. I wasn't planning on doing this type of. I was planning on doing something different musically, but I didn't know this was the project that was going to come out of it. And I think I have a lot to thank. It sounds weird me saying thank the pandemic, for happening, because a lot of people lost their lives, and you know, a lot of people are suffering, can't feed their family and stuff like that. But the good side of that, you know, I tend to reach out to different countries and different artists and stuff like that, who I felt, you know, I didn't know them at first, but within me, I said, you know, they're on lockdown and they're going through a whole lot over there. Maybe I could do my part, you know, by reaching out to them and work with them, you know, to kind of help some situations out. And that's how I end up reaching out to, you know, places all over, you know, Africa, Saudi Arabia, India, and all these other different places. And then I able to create a lot of friendship from there. I met this wonderful singer in India. Her name is Drisha. That she's on a couple of tracks there also. And as I say, wherever the wind takes me and the vibes takes me, that's where, you know, I tend to end up. I never planned it, but you know, that's how it goes.
Okay, that sounds like it's going to be an exciting future then. Well, look, I mean, that's the way it is. If you take it as it comes, it's always exciting, isn't it? And
Yes.
I love what you said about being able to see the positive in the pandemic. See, again, this is it. Right. What's your favourite song you've ever produced from Father Goose Music?
I don't think I produced it yet.
Ooh. Okay. So
I love I Can Make It.
Never too young to be a positive thing. So me now make them bully me and bring me to the level. No, me not in a that, never in a that. Just pick up the box because I am smart. Creative thinker, yes, I go get up. So you said me not gonna make it. No, you're not gonna make it. Oh, you know me. Once in a me, so open your eyes and then you'll see.
I love Live Your Life.
Hey, no coincidence, you are magnificent. So proud of yourself, proud of yourself. You know from start to you're born with a craft. No sell yourself short, so make them go and laugh. One thing for sure, you will open the doors with abundance galore. Deep in your core, more and more, you get the big score. For sure, for sure.
Live your life, live it well. Let your dreams be big and your actions louder. Cause you're stronger than you know. Live your life, live it well. Make your dreams come true by the actions you do. Cause you're stronger than you know.
Just keep your head, trust in yourself, and you will find your inner strength. Never lose sight of the prize, and like the dust, you will rise.
I think we should do Invisible.
Shame on me, shame on you. We all know what to do. Save the earth and stop the hate and let us all upon the same page. See them falling, hear them cry, kiss and bite and do nothing. Let's maintain an engagement. That's not insane.
Grown-ups make me cry. Oh, why they can love, they can live for the kids. Oh my, makes me cry. I feel invisible. It's like I'm falling. We feel invisible. I'm falling. Sometimes I think that it's up to us to make that change. Change.
do you have one last message for the world before we go?
The message that I have for first for the grown-ups, right? Get your act together. Get your act together. I worry every time, what kind of world my kids are going to have, So, yeah, you need to get your act together. And for the children, stay positive, stay safe. There's a lot of love out there for you. I'm sending a lot of love from me, and I love you guys.
And Sam loves you as well. And with that, I've got to say, you got to stop when it's at the high point, and that is definitely a message to say thank you very much, Wayne of Father Goose Music, for your time. And
yes.
Thank you very, very, very much, and thank you very much for your positive music. It's so important, and you've got my support because it's so important. So all there is to say is, see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.